The next adjustment we're going to be looking at is on the trousers. Here we're going to take a look at the rise, beginning with the front rise and then leading into the back rise. So just like always, there are two things that we can do to the rise. We can either increase the rise or we can decrease the rise. This is going to be really dependent on body type and also proportions of the client. So first thing we are going to look at is decreasing the front rise. And what you will see is horizontal pleating through the front right underneath the waistband. This is usually seen on a gentleman with a little bit more of a gut, and the trousers are trying to sit below where his waistline naturally sits. And so what we want to do for this adjustment, making sure it's still visible for the camera, you want to gather the fabric. Again, like collar height of the jacket, we want to make sure that we're not gathering too much, just what is present. And then you simply pin the excess right up to where the zipper line is. There we go. Good. And once you have that marked, you're going to take your tape measure and measure how much you have pinned. We got 1 centimeter, so we input that into the system as a -1 on the front rise. Awesome. Now, for increasing the front rise, this is going to be seen or necessary when you see the waistband kind of bowing forwards and gapping underneath the stomach, and there's not any tension lines or anything. And so we'll see kind of a low U shape from the rise here. And to increase the rise, you're going to want to pull the trousers up to where the rise should sit naturally. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, so let the client know that we're going to be adjusting the trouser. Lift it up to where it should sit, place the hand, let the trousers fall naturally back down to where they lie, and then we're going to measure between the waistband and my hand here. Got that at 1.5, so we input that into the system as a +1.5 on the rise of the trousers. Beautiful. Go ahead and turn around for me. Awesome. Alrighty, taking a look at back rise. Again, two things. We can increase the back rise or we can decrease the back rise. For increasing the back rise, what we will typically see, it's a gentleman with possibly a more prominent seat. And we see gapping in between the lower back and the back of the waistband. So we will see a good little section there where it's not able to touch the small of his back. And what we want to do for that is simply measure up to where the natural small of the waist is, or the smallest part of the waist is. We'll say 1.5 and put that in the system as a +1.5 for the back rise. What we will see for reducing the back rise or decreasing the back rise, typically this is going to be on a gentleman just like the front, a little more prominent waist, maybe some love handles as well, and we're going to see this horizontal pleating going on right across the top of the waistband we see here. And what we want to do is just gather the fabric that's there, not too much, pin this at the 100 point, which is on the center seam or the seat seam of the trousers. And you want to make sure you pin over the pockets as well. All of these are going to be the 100 point amount. Beautiful. And making sure that that gets a nice flat shape here. We measure the amount, both sides, boom, boom. Got a -2 on the back rise. So we input that as a -2 for the back rise. Beautiful. All right.